cold, rainy night. Neon lights flicker against the wet pavement. A man in tattered clothes leans against a lamppost, his hood pulled low, obscuring his face. He watches the lavish party inside the glass-walled restaurant across the street, his expression unreadable. Narrator: he was once nothing. Just another forgotten soul on the streets. Mocked, ignored, overlooked. But what they didn't know, what they couldn't know, was that the man they dismissed as a beggar was worth more than all of them combined. And tonight? Tonight, he wasn't here for pity. He was here for revenge. The fall and the fire. Before he lost everything, Daniel Royce had been a name whispered in business circles, a rising star in the world of high finance. But betrayal had stolen it all: the wealth, the respect, the life he had built. The people he once trusted had watched as he was ruined, laughed as he disappeared into the gutter. But what they didn't realize was that Daniel hadn't vanished. He had been watching, planning, waiting, and now it was time. The party of liars. Inside the restaurant, the air was thick with laughter, expensive wine, and empty words. It was a gathering of the city's elite, the very people who had taken everything from him. At the center of it all was Lillian Vaughn. Beautiful, powerful, untouchable. The woman who had once been the love of his life. The woman who had betrayed him. Or so he had thought. But as Daniel stepped through the restaurant doors, a plan already in motion, he saw something in her eyes, something that didn't belong in the eyes of a victor. Not triumph. Not arrogance. But regret. The games begin. No one recognized him at first. The dirt on his clothes. The hollowed-out look of a man who had lived through hell. They laughed at him, whispered behind manicured hands. But then he spoke, and the room fell silent. "Funny thing about the past," he said, stepping toward the table where his enemy sat. "It has a way of catching up to you." Their faces drained of color. Lillian's glass slipped from her fingers, shattering on the marble floor, because suddenly they knew. A hidden fortune and a deadly secret. Daniel wasn't just here to haunt them. He was here to destroy them. What they didn't know was that he had uncovered a secret worth more than money, more than power. A secret they had buried deep, hoping it would never resurface. But Daniel had spent years in the shadows, piecing together the truth. And now he held the ultimate weapon: their guilt. The unexpected twist. As the night unraveled, one revelation followed another. But just as Daniel was about to deliver the final blow, something unexpected happened, something he hadn't planned for. Lillian stood before him, eyes filled with something raw and unspoken. "Daniel," she whispered, "you don't know everything." And for the first time, he hesitated, because in that moment, he saw the truth. He had spent years building walls of hate, sharpening the knife of revenge. But what if he had been wrong? What if everything he thought he knew about her, about their past, had been a lie? What if the one person he had sworn to destroy was the only person who had ever truly loved him? Narrator: he came for vengeance. But in the end, he found something far more dangerous. Something he had never expected to feel again. Love.